What's good? This is the Heavyweight Podcast, episode 23.
Deuce Trey, yay.
MJ.
Deuce Trey.
We're here. I am Studder
Deuce
McFly.
Trey.
With these three guys, go ahead and state your names.
Snackajawea. Or Kevin Wendell. Kevin Wendell.
Okay.
I'm Molito.
I'm Keith, aka Geek 40.
That's right. So, before we do the pleasantries, I just want to take the time out. We want to say thank you for everyone that tuned in to the live last week.
Yeah, we appreciate
very
you.
very much appreciated. We appreciate you. The attention is very, very welcomed. So thank you. So how are your weeks? Your holiday weeks?
Go ahead.
Turkey. Turkey, taters, cheese piece. You don't know about cheese piece, though. You don't know about cheese piece. Do you guys know about cheese piece?
I don't know about cheese piece, man. My week was it was just that. I wasn't supposed to cook, and I ended up cooking anyway. So I'm already mad.
Macaroni.
And cheese. I'm still mad.
Macaroni.
Cheese piece.
Right.
But I shot them breasts up though. I tenderized them cutlets.
He knows where I come. I come for the macaroni and cheese.
How's your week, Keith?
I had to work, so.
Damn, all week?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck that job.
Including the holiday.
I mean, that's me, nigga. What you think I didn't work? I work at an amusement park.
Fuck that. Fuck that job.
Any Black Friday shopping?
Cyber Monday.
That's my day, nigga. Let me get this hard drive for $30.
Was that money or was that a controller?
That's just me. That's me on the phone.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. I was like, it could be a really tiny
controller.
controller.
Why?
Add to cart. What happened?
Why do people still do the crowd thing? Like, what are we doing?
Hey, man,
lining up.
They want
Hannibal Buress said it best. If I have to camp to get a TV cheaper, then that negates the deal.
Right. Damn right.
I think they just want the authenticity.
Look, in the previous episode where I said I equate things to time, I am not spending my free time waiting to get $100. I'd rather pay the $100 to get the TV.
I grasp what you're saying, Mo, Lethal. I'm just saying, people, I think now, and especially with the previous 2 years, I think they just want the authenticity back. Because you got to think, like, I still don't get why GameStop is a thing. When you have digital gaming,
they sell drugs.
But I'm saying, like, you'll still see people when games come out, camp out at 9 o'clock to midnight, and you're like, why?
Yeah.
Hey, yo, my man, what you doing?
Authenticity.
Lined up at the door.
You know, mine's downloaded last night. I'm gonna just play when I get home. Like, what you doing?
I've been playing for a couple hours. You ain't made it home yet? Oh no, hell no, we didn't wait on you, nigga.
When you get to level, just beware. That shit's different. All right.
The only time I did Black Friday is because I was still drunk, and we were out, and it was like, fuck it, let's just go to Best Buy. I didn't have anything to buy. I was like, oh, they got DVDs for like $3. Cool. Let me get this.
Let's be real now. I mean, I'm gonna say this real quick. Only thing I enjoyed about Black Friday was the fights. People fighting over shit. That to me is hilarious.
Oh no.
But let's just be real. Is Black Friday, should that even be a thing anymore? Because I know now Best Buy starts their sale like November 1st.
Thursday and shit.
You know,
I
never did a Black Friday.
Never?
Ever.
Like you never like waiting in line on that shit like that?
Never.
The only reason I was drunk. I was really drunk. Like I was talking to people. They was like, "What is this? This guy's here."
I used to love Black Friday when I was working part time and I had to get gifts for people. Shit, Black Friday.
The only thing I did on Black Friday was go to Chick-fil-A because they were giving out a free sandwich or something. and I remember people were running in the streets, and I almost hit somebody, but I never have
like
participated.
carrying, carrying like a TV running.
Yeah, like them running across the street trying to hurry up and get to some deal. Like they stole something from somebody that was taking off through the street. I almost hit somebody, but I've never participated in the Black Friday of shopping.
They used to do like doorbusters and shit where like that made sense. You're like, oh, okay, yeah, that
I'm
makes
not
sense.
setting up no tent. All right, I'm not doing that, man.
Yeah,
It was used to be like free shit.
I know I frequently stand with the shits, but I ain't with that shit. I can't do it.
It always amazes me every time before the digital games. Anytime I would stand outside of GameStop for a game, I would ask myself, why am I doing this to myself? Why? I'm gonna get home. I'm gonna have to install this motherfucker. By the time I'm ready to play, I'm gonna be dead tired. Why am I doing this to myself?
Yeah, man.
And then I learned before people effed it up when Walmart was 24 hours. Hey, I'm gonna just go to Walmart at like 11:50.
That happened. I did that with Grand Theft Auto 5.
I said, walk in here, grabbing it, and walk the fuck out. Like
I remember looking over in the great city of Moreno Valley, and there was a GameStop in the distance, and I said, "Wow, they're standing in line for Grand Theft Auto." I walked in fucking Walmart. It was a fucking tumbleweed that went by. I said, "Hey, sir, can I have that Grand Theft Auto right there?" He said, "Here, take it." I said, "Well, damn."
Had it. Yeah, because there's no drugs.
Yeah,
GameStop, cocaine inside the case.
Something, because I don't get it.
I only did GameStop once, and I did not do a line. I just walked in like, "Hey, man, I want this game when it comes out." And they're like, "All right, well, give me $25." I was like, "Here's $25." They're like, "All right, come back on Tuesday." I came back Tuesday, like, "All right, we got your game." Oh, this was easy. Why do people stand in line?
But you went during the day, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
It's authenticity.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. But what happens? The metaverse is coming, man.
Just to say they can do it.
Better. No matter.
People gonna stand in line in the metaverse.
Free Guy is just a visual thing of what the future is. If you watch Free Guy, that shit is pretty much where we're headed.
Were there people standing in line in those?
What is Free Guy?
The funny thing is, you're right. People want the authenticity. They're gonna be in that weird ass world, standing in line.
Yeah, be like, oh my god, see, it's triggered me. This triggered me. I've been saying this for like I know. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go on a tangent real quick.
Go ahead.
Hear me out.
Go ahead.
NBA 2K for the last 4 years has been pushing this whole world within a world shit with NBA 2K, and they go, "Oh my god, you can shop at Foot Locker and fucking and inside this world." And I said, "I don't even fucking shop at NBA or at fucking Foot Locker now. Why the fuck would I buy a game to go shop inside? What fucking sense does that make? Like." Who fucking buys a game to shop inside the game? What fucking in a basketball game? What the fuck? Anyway, bottom line,
they're
I don't
just
get it.
giving you a glimpse. It's a glimpse.
If I could be honest, I've spent like 20 hours on like Skyrim just to like make one outfit because I thought that shit.
Just wait, man. We all just gonna be in the program, are we? We might be in the program now. Whatever. I don't know.
But I was gonna say. I can't do up the waiting in line anymore because I'm not young. My knee's fucked up, and when it's cold, my knee hurts, and I'm not dealing with that pain.
Take a chair. Get a heater.
It's the cold. I'm not dealing with the cold.
Yeah, get a heater.
It's the winter. It was the cold winter.
Some flex don't come out there with that big ass heater. You're like, oh, you guys are cold? I'm pretty toasty in this lawn chair, bro.
If I can't pull up and park my car in line, I ain't there.
Okay.
I ain't there.
All pleasantries aside, let's get down to the nitty gritty.
The titties?
We talked about this in our meetings, and every time it's brought up, Keith brought this up, and it was a very interesting topic, and I agree with it, but every single time I hear it, I keep hearing in-law. So it's personal for me. So, but the whole point is, I know is, this is holiday family PTSD. I'm gonna make sure I got it out there correctly because my brain keeps going in-law. So, holiday family PTSD. I just wanted to get that clearly so I didn't fumble on it. We all have family, hopefully. And we have family gatherings where sometimes you might not necessarily care for some of the people you may see at these family gatherings during the holidays. So let's talk about it. Chop it up. Get nitty gritty.
But let's let the tactician take this first. Go ahead, Keith.
I mean, for me, the holiday time is. At one point, the holiday time was joyous, uh, but over the years, had family members that have passed quite close to uh, both major holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas. So there's always that hanging in the air, and I think because of that, there have been quite a few years where certain family members try to go too hard, and they kind of take a lot of the joy out of the holiday because they're trying too hard. And for me, I kind of haven't recovered from that. So when it comes to like Thanksgiving and Christmas, it's just another day for me. Like I don't like I partake, but I don't partake like I used to. Um,
Like, do you still have like the big family gathering and all that? Like, is it like a big thing or?
they're getting smaller. Obviously, last year it was last. As a matter of fact, yeah, last year we didn't do much. My parents cooked, and so did my grandmother, and basically all we did was go over there, chit chatted for a bit, made plates, and then came back home.
Mm.
Um, but thinking about it now, it's kind of been that way for the past couple years. So
Oh, okay.
didn't even need COVID for that. So
Which is
I
like
guess that's
just the disconnect you saying?
yeah.
Okay.
And it was definitely harder. It was definitely harder last year because my uncle passed. So um, he he was kind of that glue that kind of kept everybody together. Because he always worked, but he would always find time to pop in uh, during the holidays to make sure like everybody's good. And like with him gone, it was definitely a hole there. And I think it was one of those things with everything that happened last year. It was just hard for everybody to kind of be around each other, which I guess it should have been the opposite, but uh, him being gone definitely hurt. And I know for me, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not over it. Um, I'm dealing, which is a bad thing to say, but uh, it's gonna be hard this year too because Thanksgiving was his favorite holiday because he would get his banana pudding. He loved banana pudding on Thanksgiving. So for me, it's just a reminder of things that have been lost. Well, not just for me, but for the family. It's turned into more of a reminder of the things that we've lost more than what the holidays should be
Celebration.
about. Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. I've seen this happen twice. My family and my wife's family, and it seems to happen that but we both come from pretty big families. But when the patriarchy is no longer there, when that grandparent or that one that one relative that everyone kind of convenes at once they pass on, um, and they go to meet the maker. Things tend to just fall apart. I know personally from my family, once my grandparents were no more, there was no more big family holidays. I mean, growing up, we used to be 40, 50, sometimes 60 deep on a holiday, on Thanksgiving, Christmas. Like we're deep. Everybody comes over, and I remember vividly some of the best days I've had with my youth was holidays. We're 20, 30 cousins deep. You know, everybody from your cousin that's 6 months to the cousins that's 17. We're all like doing what cousins do, getting into shit. I've been in trouble a lot of times over that, and then it just the grandparents left, and um, it doesn't it's not the same anymore. It's not there. And my aunt, um, Lenore, God rest her soul, um, she was like the cook. That was her thing. She loved cooking, and it just so happened that her birthday is Christmas Eve. Like that's her birthday, so it's like it's never um, a year never goes by where I don't think about my aunt and miss her. Um, and even the way that it happened, it still affects me. How you know. And then with my grandparents, I always tell Suttis, September. I know he loves September, and that's his birth month. But September is also the birth month of my grandparents. Um, my grandmother is the 26th. My grandfather is the 22nd. And it's just always September. Just always that one month of the year where it's like everything's heavy because I'm down. Um, and and I watched my wife with her grandmother. Her grandmother, God rest her soul too. Once she went on, it's just like it. Um, the gathering wasn't there. Now her mother, my mother-in-law, she tried for a while to get people together, but it's not the same. It's not the same because no one has the no one has the love and respect that grandma gets. You know what I mean? Like that's a grandma. So it wasn't the same. So like even after I lost my grandparents for a while, I still somewhat kind of had it through my surrogate family, through the wife, where there was some type of big gatherings. But now, most holidays, man, we're maybe 12 at most here, or if we go somewhere. So, um, I definitely do think that the holidays, like you say, Keith, they bring up good and bad because you realize that they're not here. But I try to focus on the good ones. You know, um, like I try to focus on. I can see my grandfather making apple turnovers. You know what I mean? I can see waking up Christmas morning and he's throwing together salmon croquettes and homemade biscuits, and man, we're chopping it up. And I can see my grandmother and my aunts and my cousins. They're in the living room or in the family room. They're peeling apples and they're canning peaches or whatever. Like it's a whole like family. Like everybody has a job to do, and here I am. I'm eating the shit as fast as they can cook it. You know, so I try to think about that stuff and not necessarily so much the fact that they're not here. And one thing I do and I realize I do is that I do enjoy my family's company. When I say family, I mean immediate family, my brothers and sisters and my nieces and nephews and stuff like that. And I don't get it as much as I would like, but I try to cherish when I do. But it is the holiday season, especially when it's fresh. I know you say your uncle passed last year. Condolences on that. When it's fresh, it's hard. But I think for me at least, I focus on the good memories, and I think that what pushes me through. And I think now, especially with Christmas, Christmas is all about seeing that little angel of mine smile. Like when she's happy, like that's one thing that like I'm pretty sure Sudik and Kevin can attest to this. That's like an instant pick me up. Like that smile, like you kind of just like kind of forget whatever your brain is at, and you're just focusing on, all right, what can I do to keep my child in this zone in this space? Like she's happy, and I don't want to say like leech. I don't want to leech off her happiness, but I want to like throw fuel on that happiness to make it better. That's how I try to. That's how I try to keep it. Because I know it's hard. Especially for me, not having the closest ones around. So I understand. I can relate to what you're saying. I just think that try to focus on the good, because the one thing I Stud and I had spoken this death in family shows you who's really family. Like they family that you start to see who people really are. Um, Once that glue is no longer there to keep everything together. So yeah, it's something else.
I don't think I have, oddly enough, like too much stress when it comes around that time. It's more, I think the more the stress comes from, I think more my wife, because she's so used to just having her holidays be the certain way. You know what I mean? Like I military, like get the fuck out of here. You think I didn't spend time away from my family during the holidays? I got used to that. Um, because she like stresses out, like, how are we gonna do this? How are we gonna split them up? How are we gonna make it work? It's like, we're gonna make it work. Like, we're gonna go to one house or go to another. If we need to go to different places, whatever, it's still gonna be fine. Well, I want to go to both. It's like, well, then we'll go to both. We'll just figure it out, and it always works out. It's just you get that anxiety. I see it build up, and like I think during the COVID and everything, like we had like a lot of that didn't happen as much. Like, in the shitty part is when we got together. And even my family on the East Coast, I never see them. I don't like talk to them a whole lot. And like I wish I did. I wish I knew them a lot better. And I like my family, like my mom and them went down there, but I just couldn't go. I was in a situation where it's like I gotta go to work, I gotta do this. I didn't have the time off. But I don't know. I think it's more watching her stress for me. Like, cause my dad's birthday is the 22nd. But like you said, like the 22nd, like March or December, because my parents' anniversary was the 23rd, the day after his birthday. So, like, I am more stressed for my mom than anything in that regard because that was her fucking best friend for 30 years, you know? And, like, I'm at peace. Like, it still hurts, like, obviously, like, I think about it, but I'm at peace with everything. And, like, I can't even imagine the way she feels. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way to even put myself in that position. There's few people I've known for 30 years, and especially on a intimate level like that. So that's my struggle when it comes to holidays. But when we get together, it's lately been, well, no, that's not true. It's either like death, like funerals, and we get together. It's always just, oh, we know this is what it is. Or like when there's life. That's what we do, is get together when there's like, that's what my new cousin coming in. We all got together and gender reveal, baby shower coming. So I hope we get back to the getting together, and like I'm thinking about it now. It's on us at this point. Like, we're those uncles. We're those people who were like, all right, this is the houses it was at. Now it's us. So it's like, damn, I gotta do that. Like, I have to figure out how to just, all right, just come here. Let's make it work. You know what I mean? No. Mom's like, no.
I want to hear Sutter's thoughts, but all I thought was I don't want all these niggas in my house. I'll go there.
We can film a part.
You said you want to hear my thoughts, or
Yeah,
you
yeah,
heard my
your thoughts.
voice
No, yes, I want to hear your thoughts. I said
on.
I said I want to hear your thoughts on what we're talking about. But I said when Kevin said we're the uncles, the first thing I thought was I don't want all these niggas at my house.
Yeah, I mean, it's different for me. It's I've said previously, I grew up isolated, so the holidays for me are just more of a, I don't know, not necessarily bad, but at the same token, it's kind of like the formality. You get so used to it. We make our rounds and go to the in laws and then to my sisters and then back home with plates. That's usually the thing, but um, I haven't really experienced like the family dynamic where I feel like it's like a close thing. It's more or less just for the food because uh, I think the only thing that Mo touched on is for me is Christmas. Um, Seeing my kids get to enjoy their gifts on Christmas is what I look forward to. That because it's building towards having our own traditions and own things that they can have enjoyment in as they get older and they can remember with me. Because I know I will say that for me, my dad, though he was always working, he did try to make sure that Christmas was kind of memorable. So like he would, I remember he had he had many of lady friends, and one of them I remember he had her take me with her kids to the mall, and I guess he had told her um see what he's gravitating towards, and then come back to me, and then I'll know what to get him for Christmas. And then like I remember one year specifically, I was looking at a Super Nintendo, and my mind was always like at that time, especially I didn't really uh, get gifts like that. So for me, it was more like looking at it and going, I can never have that. And so like when she told him, and he, I guess, you know, made sure he had money aside for it. So he brought that gift home, and for like 2 or 3 weeks before Christmas, he would swore up and down that gift was not for me. It was a gift that a customer gave him or something. He kept saying it over and over again. I was like, all right, cool. You know, I don't know what I'm gonna get for Christmas, but cool. And then like right like at 11 o'clock or 10 o'clock the night before Christmas Eve, he was like, confession, that gift's for you, but you can't open it till midnight. And then and I remember opening that shit and it was a Super Nintendo. I played that shit till fucking I fell asleep. And I remember that feeling and I said, I want that feeling for my kids. So that's the feeling I have about Christmas. Everything else for me is like a formality. But Christmas is that if I can recreate that feeling for the kids, that's what I enjoy. So because that feeling there, it will stick with me for the rest of my life. Me and my dad aren't as close as we used to be, but that feeling I will never let go of. Is that moment of knowing, damn, like he knew I would never suspect that he got the Super Nintendo, and that feeling of confession, nigga, this is yours. Like, oh, I'm not. That's the one thing I can say about the holidays that means a lot to me. But everything else is trying to deal with people that you know not might necessarily have sincere intentions of or being around you, and you're just trying to go. You're trying to like flow through it and get through it on a civil basis, so you can just go home and know that you know we dealt with each other for a few hours, but let's go back home and regroup and make the shit the next holiday. That's because that's usually what it feels like is like fake. Not necessarily say everyone's fake, but certain people. I know I'm not the only one in that statement. Where you come around certain people and you know it's not sincere. Uh, it can even touch back to the last few the episode from a couple episodes ago, or the flexing, where they come around to try to flex on you what they got, and you're kind of like, I'm not here for that. Like, but like I said, that's the biggest takeaway from the holidays for me is that the rest of it is like you shouldn't have to feel that either. I don't feel we should have to, but it's common to go holidays. That means I'm gonna have to see so and so. Shit, like and make it uncomfortable. It make it not fun. Like when we talk about like us as kids, there were times where you know you had holidays and you got to enjoy your cousins or friends or etc. But there's a moment like what Keith said, like there's certain people that make shit just I don't want
Comfortable,
to.
that motherfucker.
Yeah, like
I think I've been blessed in that regard. Like I never had that. Like with our holidays, like they were always big. They're always big. Like, and then whenever we get together, it's still like if we're all together, like sometimes it don't happen all at the same time, but we all somehow come through the same shit.
I'm not an envious person, but the one thing I do envy about you, Kevin, is every time I've come around your family, nigga, I feel like family. And I'm like, nigga, he has some dope cousins. Like, so that's a dope feeling. I'm like, damn, Kevin, like, he'll come around and his cousins will be like, what's up, man? And then you start feeling like family. And it's like, you realize it, nigga, you are family. Like,
yeah.
That's why I like coming around.
You with my cousin? Oh, you my cousin. Nigga, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. That's what's dope about it. Like, that's for real.
I remember a conversation. One of my homeboy came from out of state, and like he was just hanging out. And my cousin was talking to him, and he was just like, "Hey, no disrespect to you. I don't really know you, so I'm just talking to my cousin and telling him like some game. But you can soak this shit up too." And he was like, "Hey, man, that's awesome."
Yeah, Kevin's cousins are awesome, man. His family's awesome because they embrace you. Like that's the one thing I can take away. I never told you that before, Kevin, but every time I come around, like your family's always made me feel like family. Yeah.
Yeah. Like that's the one thing I know I've been blessed with. Is just that's from grandma. Like grandma was the person who was like, you could fuck up. She gonna let you have it, but then she's gonna cook you something. And be like, I get why you did it, but I had to let you have it.
Yeah.
And like we always just like whatever the fuck it was, just hey, we family, man. This is what it is.
Man, that's something I need to learn because I just distance myself, man, from family. I just don't want to deal with. Like I got cousins that invite me over to things.
Touch just real quick. I realized I didn't answer your thoughts on the or my thoughts on what you wanted to see. Yeah, I don't co-sign the whole people in my house, but yes, I feel like I know I have to at some point, but nah, that's not happening anytime soon.
You don't see
I
yourself.
don't want these niggas in my house.
You'll never see yourself out there on the smoke
even like setting up at the park.
I mean,
too,
I know
like,
eventually
uncles now.
I know eventually I'll have to get there, but right now, nah. I'm gonna enjoy my space.
I feel like next year we should get together and do a friends Thanksgiving. We bring
I fucks with it, but it's not gonna be at my house.
Have you guys ever done one?
I've done it. I've done it with friends I went to high school with.
I
remember that shit because somebody brought a turkey in a bag, and I was like, "This bitch brought a turkey in a fucking bag."
Yeah, I've done tons of Friendsgivings. That's crazy.
I've done
like quite a few.
Once I get the backyard set up, I'll probably feel like Mo. Like, yeah, I need to invite these niggas over just see the backyard.
Yeah, once I get the yard grass grown back again, I'm like, hell yeah. Like right now, that's where I'm at. I'm growing grass back there. No, the grass is growing. Look, nigga, I wish I should go take you in the back now, but it's dark, so I ain't gonna take you back there. But you just gotta take my word that the grass, the little whatever the blades is coming up.
Coming up.
I
the heavyweight
the water barrel thing, the water barrel I did that.
The level?
Yeah. Don't tell me nothing.
No. I said you say that now. I said that to say this. Once that grass grows back, you're gonna be so overly protective of this grass that you're gonna cuss the dogs out for stepping on it. Get the fuck off my grass.
That's why I'm building a fucking dog run. So they can just hey, you guys got your own little area. Go poop and all that stuff over there. When you're done, come on out.
Take your ass in the back. Because that's how I am. Look, instead of I did a lot of home improvement shit last year. And I added on concrete to my front. Because the way my driveway was set up, you had to walk across my grass to get to the door. And I hated that. And I also hated my grass. So I had the whole front yard tore up, and I took a whole weekend and I put lay slide. Me and a coworker helped me lay slide. And I am like the grass villain. Like if I
know. I know. Even, you know when you can't. Hey man, you need a little fertilizer in that, don't you? And guess what? I put some fertilizer and that shit is popping.
You're welcome.
Thank you,
sir. I said, man, Kevin, this grass it ain't dying. It's just a little thirsty.
I was like, nigga, I just met you today. Hey, you grass a little brown, bro. But you wasn't lying.
But to go back to the topic, man, it's just like I perceive most cousins as fake. Like,
Really?
they're my cousins. I'm not talking about your cousins. I'm talking about my blood cousin. Not all, but most. There are a couple who are, generally interested, but there's also a couple of people who only, deal with me because they want information, or I know how to do something they want. They want the inside scoop, or they want the hookup, or people are calling and ask me. People call and ask me, "Hey man, so how good is your discount?" Nigga, hello to you too. So I just don't deal. I don't deal. And for a while, it didn't really bother me. I mean, now it kind of bothers me only because of my daughter. Because I look at her and I go, man, she's not really interacting with family. So like her upbringing already is completely different from mine in so many aspects. Because at her age, I was used to being around a bunch of family. We didn't have the money, but I had the family. Now it's like it's flipped. She has the money, but dad doesn't take her around the family. So it's weird in that regard. I know most of that is because my nieces and nephews, they're in New Mexico and Texas, and like I said, my brother lives the closest to me as far as like immediate. So it's not like we can just pop up and say, hey, we're going to grandma's house because grandma's 14 hours away. It's like it's not going to happen without a plan. But I noticed that she doesn't get that. So I tend to distance myself because like Study says all the time, I'm friends with pretty much all my family on Facebook, and they don't interact. Nothing, anything positive. They might say something about my daughter from time to time. They don't really interact with me. But if I post anything like I'm struggling or something, oh, keep your head up, cousin. Oh, okay. So you do see. You just pick and choose what you react to. So I just tend to just you be over there. You over there, I'll stay over here. I wish you nothing but the best. I got love for you. I got no malice, no hate for you. But but at the same time, on the flip side, like I said, I got some cousins that are A1 day one, and even though we don't really kick it, it's always love, and it's nothing fake there. So I think it's just, to me, it's just a weird dynamic of how like I'm kind of like my daughter is kind of like it's kind of flipped, kind of deal. It's kind of weird. So there's not about that.
I feel like I gotta just be better myself because I've done the shit. I'm just in the house. Like I bought this motherfucker. I'm staying here.
I told my wife today, every time you leave, you're spending more money because the mortgage is already paid. It's safe over
My dad
here.
used to tell me that shit all the time too. He's like, you can't leave the house without spending $100. I don't know what the fuck you're doing. And now I look at him like, God damn, he's right.
He ain't lying. Man, what I spend on groceries.
Oh man, we play that game as Stater Brothers. Even if we don't need shit, we go there and it's like, oh, it's under 100. Hell yeah, victory. Be like that.
I'm telling you,
Food for less. I learned how to just shop different. Where I'm like, oh, we're going to like 4 different stores. What are you talking about? Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I'm hitting the Costco or Sam's Club and then going to another grocery store.
Nah, when I've seen they got Tri-Tip for $10.
All right. As we state this, we're going to continue this subject, but what's your favorite meal to eat and during the holidays?
like what holiday?
What do you mean?
Any holiday, like nigga, macaroni is all year round. Any holiday, I want macaroni.
Like what dish? Oh, like what dish?
Yeah.
Oh, because I'm like the whole plate.
I just need a combination where macaroni is fire. If the macaroni is not, it disappoints me.
I think Studs has been in my house the last 3-4 holidays.
If I know macaroni cheese is around, I'm there.
He sliced through for the mac and cheese. I can't pick a dish because I like food.
Yeah,
I'm with Kevin.
I just know I have to have some variation of macaroni and cheese.
The one,
And
okay,
it has to be good.
The one dish I have to have on is candied yams. I love yams, and I love yams to the point that my grandmother used to make a dish of yams just for me. So like I'd have like she'd make like yams for the family, like this is the family pot, and then she would make me yams, and then she would put like she would cook them normally, and then she would mix them up with marshmallows because I fucking love marshmallows.
Say that she put the marshmallows on the top.
She would mix them up with marshmallows and then roast it for like a good 20 minutes in the oven. I would fuck that shit up.
Like, you fat like me.
Yes. Yeah, I didn't gain this weight by choice. This was given to me on birth. That was the one thing. So that, and then my aunt used to make these. She made a dish called 4-layer, and I would fuck that up immediately. And I was the one person she passed the recipe on to, and you know a lot of my family were really mad at me because I don't hand it out. And so my mom's like, "Well, what are you gonna do if something happens to you? Who's gonna?" I said, "Well, I'm gonna teach one of the nieces, and she's gonna have the same rules. You know, you don't give this out. But those two things. Now, granted, I don't like. So I have to make them myself.
I didn't hear that. What was that?
I have to make them myself, and since she doesn't know how to make, instead of those, man, I used to cook all the time. I got burnt out. I stopped cooking, man. I stopped. I used to be like, yeah, you know, I'm doing. I made this weekend. I threw this, and now I'm just like,
what are you talking? We're gonna have to discuss off air because we got this is the this is the mothership, nigga. We could have a whole. We talk.
I wanna see a Mo and Kevin cooking channel on TikTok.
What I'm saying, nigga.
It's
we gotta get there. We gotta get there.
I'd be like, man, look here, man. Let me
and
tell you something.
I will test out.
I might get my ass kicked for this, but I bought a salmon last week, and my brother had sent me this video from TikTok where they made like these like honey glazed like it was like salmon burnt ends. You know what I mean, Kevin? Like, you know, burnt ends like. So I was like, this shit look fire. So I personally went grocery shopping for the first time in 3 months and bought a salmon fillet that was like $28 goddamn dollars, and I expected to make that today. I called my wife, my lovely wife. Shout out to my queen, KG Custom Prints. And Friday, and I said, "Hey, babe, I called her. I called her Thursday. I said, "Hey, babe, what's for dinner?" Oh, I cooked the salmon.
Oh shit!
What? I said, "What?" She said, "Yeah, I cooked the salmon." I said, "I told you."
Water and that shit dried up so fast.
I said, "I told you." She said, "Oh, I thought you didn't cook it last weekend, so I thought I'd make it." I said, "Because I didn't have time. I ran out of time. I was gonna make it this weekend." She said, "Well, you can always stop by the store on the way home and get another one." I said, "I'm still mad." Matter of fact, I came home. I ain't had none of that salmon yet because I'm gonna be disappointed when I eat it.
It's probably fire, man. Just try it.
It might be. It might be, but it ain't what I wanted.
It ain't
cooked
what
the
your
way I wanted.
palate is expecting. Yeah, your palate's expecting something different. Keith,
So I got.
What's your dish?
This is gonna sound.
Oh shit,
Robin. Nigga say
this
something
nigga say
weird.
green bean casserole. I'm gonna cut this whole shit off.
No, so
he's not invited to the cookout no more.
No, so my favorite dish is turkey, but it has to be when I cook the turkey. Can't be anybody else. Has to be. Yeah.
Challenge accepted, nigga.
So this is gonna be a 3-part
challenge
cookout.
accepted.
Oh no, I'm not in this cookout. I'll cook. I'm not gonna challenge anyone.
Is there really water?
I'll say it's a challenge. Huh?
Is there really water in that cup?
Yeah, H2O.
So this until except for the last couple years, uh, the family has pretty much dumped uh, cooking rights over to me when it comes to
Oh yeah.
like the main dishes and stuff like that. So,
Oh, they let
and
you
the only
know.
reason why I'm not doing it now because not last year, but the year before that, I made the turkey, smoked the turkey. Like I was working, so took the time, woke up early, did everything, smoked the turkey. Turkey was cool. Uh, this family member decided to throw the turkey in the oven at like 450.
Damn. Should I react like you? I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Hey, beef
450
jerky or turkey?
basically. And I come
450.
We
yes.
are fighting. Somebody is leaving
the
with
excuse
a fucked
was
up face.
the excuse was I didn't know if it was done. And I'm like,
Wow, that's
I
fucked
wouldn't
up.
have
That's how you
That's
know
fucked
I wouldn't
up.
have taken it out the smoker
That's fucked up.
if it wasn't done. Why would I put it?
Let me ask you a question. When you smoked it, did you like you just regular smoked it? You didn't like you didn't what they call it? I forgot what they call that shit. When you cut the
Brine?
back plate.
Oh no,
You
you
cut
tell.
the
Oh,
back
never mind. That's not.
it was like Hascotch or whatever, where you cut it and you make it flat. Did you do it that way, or was it still a whole turkey?
Still a
Like
whole
a
turkey.
whole. So nigga couldn't cut a wing off or a leg or something. And
No.
see.
No. And
Like they couldn't
He's
send me a
mad
text
for
message.
you.
Like,
He's mad for you.
bro,
no, I'm
look,
still mad to this day.
That's how
look.
you know you
And
niggas cook.
Oh, that's why
as
you
soon
don't
as
want to
that-
go out for the holidays. You like, I don't want to see this nigga. Like,
so this happened, and I dead at as soon as all the family was around, I was like, I'm on strike. I am no longer cooking for the holidays because it's not the first time someone's come behind me after I cooked and done something,
Let me
and
ask
I
you this real quick.
warned them
you should
if it
do in the
happened
trench.
again, I am no longer cooking, and it happened
on.
again. It was the turkey this time, the main shit, and I was like, yeah,
all
no,
sides.
I'm
Keith, let me
strike.
ask-
I'm on strike for the foreseeable future, and I have not cooked since.
Let me ask you this,
I
Keith.
go over and eat.
What temperature did you smoke this turkey on? Like, what temperature was the smoker on? So I can gauge how long this shit was smoking. So I can know my level
What was
of
the
madness.
temperature? I don't
like
particularly
225.
remember. It was low. I had it on all day.
Was it lower than like 200? Like 190, 185?
It was probably around 200.
Still
I'm
close.
coming
Still
in.
still low.
I'm killing everybody.
Still low. That's a long day.
I'm cutting. I'm shooting.
This was how I was so mad because they still made me cut the turkey. They still made me cut.
Why didn't you throw it in the trash? I threw it in the trash. Like, ain't nobody having no turkey. Fuck you talking about?
I cut the turkey and I'm cutting it and I'm like, this shit should be juicy. This shit is dry as hell.
What they tell you? Just pour some
Bro,
gravy
when
on that shit.
they should have saw the smoke on the turkey from the smoker. Like you can tell the skin, the turkey's not raw. You can tell it's been cooked just by the look of it. This should trigger me. I'm sorry. Let me shut up.
You know what? So, because I finished the turkey before I went out and worked, right? So I knew
So
exactly what it looked like. It was nice. The color was nice. It was done. Like I was like, my instructions was when it gets close to dinner time, just turn the oven up to like, I don't know, 200, just to get
just to warm it. Just to warm
right.
it.
No, 450 for like 2 hours.
I don't even know if you cook cookies at 450.
No.
Nigga, you don't cook nothing at 450.
Beef jerky.
You put that shit in a dehydrator. You don't cook nothing
Although
in
I did 450, and
I
that
was
was
just
too high.
like, just to make,
I had chips,
apparently,
meat
just
chips.
to make sure it was cooked through. And I'm like, I wouldn't have put it. It would have stayed in the smoker if I felt that it wasn't cooked through. It was cooked through. It was done. And I'm just like, all right,
That's
I'm
funny.
over it.
We did that one time. We always mess with Amanda's dad about that because we all did a Thanksgiving at their house, and that fool cooked the turkey, and then everybody was sick. We always be like, he tried to kill us.
if the
Oh, that was funny. That was
if
the
the
first
breast is
time, like,
done,
my
if the breast is
family.
done, the turkey is done. The breast is the thickest
he
part of the
was-
turkey.
Right.
Yeah.
So if the breast is done, the rest of the turkey is done.
Oh, my man is triggered. He's
Yes,
triggered.
nigga, come on, man.
So
Look here.
I've
This how trigger I
I've
am.
gotten
Hold
so
on.
good with the cooking of the turkey that, like, my dad, he's usually the one that cooks the turkey. He was upset how good my turkey came out, and now was before I went on strike. It was a competition between the two. He would just cook the turkey just to try to cook a better turkey.
I hate this
He still does it. I don't even cook it. Last year he made a turkey. He was like, "No, you gotta. After you're done driving, you need to come over and try the turkey." I'm like, "This."
That's funny. Made this fire ass turkey.
I'm gonna show you I'm better than you now.
Right.
Look here, man.
And that's
mad. Yeah, shit. I just want to say, if you can't make potato salad, stop making it, and stop putting raisins in fucking potato salad.
Hey, do you
Sick of
guys
this
cook
shit.
a meal at home even when you go out?
No. I'll
No?
cook like a brisket or something at home and won't take it nowhere and just have it sit here. But I
Yeah.
won't like cook it.
Because I feel like everybody does that. They're like, oh no, we got some shit at home. You're like,
But
oh,
you
you
know
didn't
what
bring
though? That's not a bad plan. Now I
no, it's
understand
not.
this.
It's not.
Because if you
It's
go
not.
somewhere and like
It's all
that's it,
trash.
hey, when you walk to the trash in your plate like this,
You really throw it away like that?
Yeah.
I throw it away flat, all the way up, so you see it. It's like leaving it on red. Let them know I read it though.
Right.
It's in the trash. Hey, open that top. Leave the top open. Get a stick. I want them to see that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Rude.
Yeah, I know.
You remember Rude
I know
Jude?
Yeah. I know. I apologize though. That shit triggered me. Shit.
I could tell you were free floating around your whole fucking screen.
Yeah.
You was angered. I saw. I said, maybe I shouldn't ask this question.
Now we see part of the PTSD for Keith with fucking Thanksgiving. Like, God,
it all comes full circle.
It's always something. It is always something, man.
I straight threw it away. Oh, it's in the trash, and we ain't eating that. I don't know what you guys talking about.
Oh, so like after that, so no, this was like 3 years ago. Now that I'm thinking about it, because it's been a minute. When they forget and they ask me, "Oh, what are you doing for Thanksgiving, or what are you doing for Christmas?" And I'm like, "Fuck, we can order some KFC." Like, I'll bring some KFC, or I'll pour a loco. I'll go get some chicken. We can have some tacos. But I'm not cooking shit.
So now it all comes full circle. We understand where Keith is coming from.
Hell yeah, I'll be mad too.
You don't even look at a turkey.
Because my brother-in-law is the same way, right? He cooks, man, and he throws down. I give him credit, man. His dressing, fuck, good shit. But we talk about those days, like we want to make the good meal, like the big meal, but it's a lot of work, especially when you're doing it yourself. It's a lot of work because let's be real.
Yeah.
My wife, I love her to death. When it comes to soul food, she ain't got no soul.
It's just food. It's just food.
Hey, come on now.
I'm so glad your door is locked. I'm so glad your door is locked.
I was a few episodes back. I wondered if you was gonna show up. So
You said it.
I mean, she's
Well,
gotten
now we
better.
know
She's
he's
gotten
doing
better
on
under
Willow.
my guidance.
Right.
She's gotten better under my guidance, but where she started and where she is now is a lot better. But
I mean, yeah, that's good. At least she was willing to try.
Oh, this is true.
Sometimes you never mind. I'm gonna just stop. While I'm
Yeah, you don't. Nah, that's not. But
I'll say it. My last
don't get where I
one
was.
didn't really. She didn't want to learn. She didn't want to learn.
on the ledge.
But did she cook though? At all? I ain't talking about hamburger helper.
If you want to call it that,
Oh,
yes.
Hey, that became a thing in this house.
When she
Ooh.
tried, it was all right.
Oh no!
But she's one of those. Cooking is a chore. Cooking is boring. Cooking takes too much energy.
Delicious.
And I'm like, but you have to live.
Yeah.
So
you can live off a hamburger helper. It's just not healthy.
Well, I mean, yeah, true. But
yeah.
Let me tell you something. I have like 4 or 5 boxes of hamburger helper in my pantry right now. My wife bought that, and I was like, "Hey, what you doing?" She was like, "I'm making hamburger helper," and I'm like, "Yeah, we could just make beef stroganoff without the hamburger helper." We don't need that box. It's just a little. So guess where it's at? Still in the box. It's been in there for like 3 years.
My wife will tell you, in our struggle years, hamburger helper and tuna helper was a staple because
I understand.
You could stretch it. But now, if I see somebody with hamburger helper,
but what I've learned is that's not that struggle of a meal, because I could buy a big ass bag of noodles, one jar of Worcestershire sauce, 3-pound log of some ground beef, a little cream of mushroom. We good. That's it.
Yeah, that's all it is. That's all it is.
Still cheaper, and that's 9 weeks.
Yeah, that's really all it is. Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, we went on a food tangent there.
Yeah,
so I think this was dope that we had this full on conversation about PTSD during the holidays, and like I said, we now understand why Keith brought this to.
That is a scenario that got you.
Come on,
like,
man.
Holy hell!
To cook a turkey right, man, it's days of preparation.
Brining
days.
it?
Yeah, I brined it, man.
It is days, and for somebody to Nick.
Sorry.
Before you go back on another trigger, we want to say thank you for rocking with us.
Appreciate you.
episode 23 again. We appreciate you. Thank you. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Again, this is Stutter McFly signing off with three guys.
Hold on, Mr. Wendell. Do you have a name? Because I mean, the last one was pretty good for me, but you got another one this week?
Young Bosky Hot.
Did you say Bosk? Did you say Bosk he hot?
Yep.
That ain't it.
That's not it.
That's when they see me, they're like, "Oh yeah, Young Bosky Hot." No.
That's definitely a one-hit wonder.
It's just because I ain't young. I get it.
That ain't it.
Again, this has been the Heavyweight Podcast. I am Stutter McFly with these three guys.
Kevin Wendell.
I'm Mo Lethal.
Keith, a.k.a. Geek 40.
And with that being said, man, we appreciate it. Episode 23. We love y'all, man. We out. Peace.
Peace.